Hey yeah, YouTube, hope you guys are all well and having some, I don't know what you're up to. Let me know what you're up to. Are you having good times? Are you warm? Are you boiling? Are you freezing? What's happening? Anyways, today I thought I'd do a bit of a combination of things. So my last video we rust dyed these really nice papers, and before that we made large tabs and clusters. So just off camera I did a few with some book pages and some of my little offcuts from previous projects. So a quick show through of those and what I have been up to in the meantime. How pretty. So I thought I'd just do a little bit of a base on these, and then just a basic little cluster of offcuts, and then you know you can always add to this, you know, put a sticker, add some washi tape, whatever. So I thought I'd show you the process. Remember, this is the previous one that we did. So there we go. I've done a few more. So let's start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these and I'm just going to glue them on this side, and then we can cut those out and then we can start decorating those. Glue stick. Let's do some glue stick. As you can hear, kids are playing outside again today. Quite nice and sunny. Weather's not too cold. So I'm just randomly sticking these down. Let's do one of these shapes. I want to try and get as many on here as possible. I counted, I had 17 left over. So I figured, you know what, let's film this. Because the next few days are busy again for me. And it's almost weekend time again. Can't believe we're halfway through the week again. Time flies. Let's put this one this way. Oh, there's a small one. Let's try that small one. There's another small one. Let's do that one. I think I'm just going to fill this page, and then we'll make what we can with this page of stuff. Well, we'll see how far we get. I always tend to say, we're going to do this and this and this and that, and then an hour's gone past and I haven't completed what I said I was going to. So yeah, we'll just see what I can do in an hour or less. I try to keep my videos to about an hour, if not less, especially the talking ones. Obviously the non-talking ones I try to keep to under an hour, like half an hour or so. What size do we want? Let's see if a longer one will fit in there. Oh, just no, not that one. Let's go for maybe that one. Yeah, let's do it. No, I haven't got my glue paper down today. I actually need a new piece of glue glue paper. Okay, there we go, all stuck down. Happy. Lots of glue. How many pieces do I have left here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, come here, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there's still 9 to go, but let's just work with these for today. Just cut them down smaller in the meantime, and then I'll cut them out a bit better as we go. Okay, let's start with this one. Throw the bitsies away because, yes, as much as I'd love to save these little bits and pieces, I can always make more if I need to, and I've got a whole stash of these rusted papers, so that's great. There we go. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'll do the rest off camera and try and make this video not too long, but try and get as many done as I can. Okay, so I've gone ahead and cut them out a bit smaller, and then I've folded them back onto themselves. Which seems to be a bit of a mission because sometimes they don't line up exactly again. And then using my tag punch, I kind of line it up and try and get that shape back into it. I don't know, I think maybe actually cutting them out might be a bit easier. Beep. And then just folding them back over again and trying to reline them up on themselves. Let's try this one. Does seem to be a little bit quicker, but not as accurate as cutting them out. Let's try this one. Turn it over again. You see what I mean? Like when you fold it back over, it doesn't quite line up again. Well, we'll just do the best that we can with what we have. Oh, it's getting a bit stuck in there. There we go. It's better. That one's okay-ish. Then I was also thinking, I know it's more stuff to keep, but these little cutout pieces are quite cute. I don't know. Do we keep these? Do we throw them out? You know, I was thinking like for a little corner piece that you could put on a corner of something like that. You know, that could be quite cool. Hold this one again. Okay, maybe we'll keep them. We'll just put them on one side for now. They make for interesting shapes. So yeah, I think I'm just going to cut these ones out by hand. Like I said, it's a little bit longer to do, but far more accurate than re-punching them. almost done. These pieces I'll definitely throw away. Give that a bit of a fold over again. Yeah, those are looking great. Heavy concentration. Wow. So that one's very scrappy, so I'll throw that one away. Last one. There we go. All done. Alright, so I remember I showed you guys this big jar. So I actually hoyed it all out on my table and then just picked out a few pieces which I think might be appropriate for this project. So I made another jar of stuff. Anyways. Okay. So I've kind of put that aside. Let's move those little pieces. You know what? They can go in this jar for now. Okay. And then I'm going to use some of my cloth glue because I find it dries quite quickly and then it doesn't mess too much with my sewing machine. So, for example, here we go. Here's a nice little bitsy. So I kind of just put them down and see what sort of effect they have and which way I want to put them. That looks quite cool like that. So I'm quite happy. So again, I'm just making a base for now, and then as and when I need them, I will then continue to decorate them. I think that's quite cool. It's different. Okay, so put a bit of glue down. Kind of guess where to put the glue. Alright, let's hang this off the edge a little bit. Give it a bit of a pat down, and then this piece, let's see, I like to, you know, things don't have to be straight even. Look at that. Ta-da! Okay, let's give this a bit of a snip. That looks pretty cool. Let's do a longer one. Oh, that's pretty. Let's see what we can do with that. Maybe we can run another piece of this underneath there, just to complement it a bit. Maybe that one's overkill. Let's take that one out. Let's see what else we have here. Lots of little bitsies. I don't know, maybe that can just be by itself, hey? I think, oh goodness me, look how it's all sticking to me. Alright, I think that it's got this extra little piece there that I might just try and smush down somehow and include it. Do we want it that way or do we want it this way? Oh, that then hangs off a little bit. Nah, I think this way is better. Decisions. Okay, let's try and put it there. See how that goes. Just get that lid back on because the glue's smushing out everywhere. Lay that down there, and then I think this piece, I'll just put some random glue there. Oh, so much for that. Let's try that again. Come on, little needle. There we go. It's in. Okay, we need that there, and then kind of smush that piece there. That looks okay. We can go there. It's a pretty little blue piece. Do we hang it off? Do we glue it in the middle? As you see, when you fold it over, then it hangs down and it's up. I think that can work too. Is there something we can put behind it? Here's a little bit of blue piece of material. It actually goes that way. Oh, look at that. That could be so cute. And I just trim it down a bit. I think that can work. Can even cut it a bit shorter. This I'm definitely going to cut a bit. Oh, there goes my neighbor's alarm again. Welcome to Africa. Sorry about the noises in the background, guys, but yep, this is home. Stick that down there. I'm going to cut a bit of this off. Try to follow that kind of wavy shape. That goes back in the pile. Do we put it this way? Do we put it this way? Bit of hang off. I think the other way. Again, I don't even have to like put it straight. I can put it at an angle. Put some of my fabric glue at the back there. That looks pretty okay. Alright, let's do another one. That's an interesting piece. Again, do we put it right on the edge? Maybe that one's too big for there. There's a pretty piece. I know it doesn't look like much now, but you'll see when we get done. They're actually quite cute. Let's put that one, because I can't keep tending to put it on the right hand side, so let's put this one on the left hand side. I'm going in with the glue onto the lace. Try and get onto as much surface area as possible with the glue. It's just really also just to hold it down before I take it to the sewing machine, because I'm going to actually sew these. just to add a bit of more interest into that. I just fold that over already. So much excitement in the house. I love it. My home is definitely a home, and I like it. Here's another little piece of something. How about we use this as well? Continuation there. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Blue. And a bit at an angle, just to make it look interesting. That's nice. Different. Look at that, we've got like 3 to go. That was quick. Let's see what we got here. Yep, guys, me and my purple. I think it's too much. So ideally, I'm just looking for like more small scrapsy things, you know? Yeah, you just play around with your pieces until something kind of grabs your attention and you're like, oh yeah, that can work. Too much. I really want to use this piece, it's beautiful. Maybe we just keep it a little bit simple with this piece because it's a nice big piece. This is actually, this piece of prettiness is actually off of a baby book that I did. And I just had this tiny little piece left. And this is exactly what I intended to use it for. Well, not exactly, but close enough. You know, I was going to use it as a scrappy. Where did we have that now? There we go. That's some interest there. Like I said, you know, you can just do like a little bit of a basic thing, and then as the project comes to you, calls to you, the muse, then you can just add to it if you want to, whatever you want to. So these, oh my gosh, there's another alarm going off. I've never heard that one before. Sorry, I was going to say, so I'm just going to snip off these tiny little pieces here because I don't think they're necessary, and just get in the way a little bit. Ooh, maybe we can stick that there. And then I've got these little things. That could be quite cute. Let's try this other piece rather. What happens if we do that, and then, you know, I don't want everything straight. It's nice when you've got a bit of interest in your piece. turn it this way, turn it that way. Do we want it? The only way to do it is to play around, and then you decide on something and then you completely change it. Like, how about let's do something like this. Scrap that idea. We'll do something else completely different. I'm sure I didn't come up with this idea, but the reason why I have these like little funny pieces like this is because I was making another journal and I wanted to extend the pockets because the pockets were a bit too narrow at the bottom. So what I would do is sorry guys, there goes another alarm again. So what I would do is, like for example here, so I would sew like 2 pieces of ribbon onto a piece of lace, and then make it interesting with another piece of whatever, and then kind of sew that onto the edge of the pocket, and then you've extended the pocket somewhat. So that's how I've ended up with all of these odd bitsies and things. Mix and match. Do we want that? Do we overlap it? I kind of lose that effect of that one. How about a piece of tartan? Okay, I think maybe we just keep this one simple. I don't know. Still playing. Yeah, let's just leave that one like that. I think I'm overthinking things. Trying not to overthink this process. Let's see what else we can do. I really like this tartan. It's Buchanan tartan. Ooh, look at that piece. It almost fits exactly over there. And maybe, oh yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Let's do something like that. There we go. Oh, come on now, little pin. I don't know which way this material goes, but I don't think it really matters. Spread that out. Let's put a dot of glue on the top of this. There we go. I really want to use, oh, I've got like little wisps of glue on my fingers. Alright, it's now sticking to everything. Where's this thing again? Where's the other piece gone? Because I think that could work well. Interesting. Let's go for it. Put down glue where I've got surface area. Okie dokie. Let's put it that way. That looks pretty cool. Alright. I still got a lot of this sort of stuff left, but remember I've still got another 9 of these things cut out and ready to go, so this can be for another day. Stick that all back in there. The little bits. Oh, it's really sticking to me now. That teeny tiny flower, how cute. get in that jar. There we go. Right. So again, I'm going to just bring my sewing machine over here. I'm not going to change camera angles and stuff. You can just bear with me. Haven't changed the color on my sewing machine. I'm just going for sort of like goldy brown color. It's really cool. I like it a lot. So we'll leave that there. Let's put on my other lights. Oh, have I got myself caught here? I have. Remember to turn it on first. Haha, then I know it's on. Put that in. Extra sewing lights. All done. Okay, let's do this thing. Oh, there's that long piece. Let's get that out of the way. Alright, so as I go, I just decided whatever stitch. At the moment, I've got this one on sort of a wide zigzag, and I'm going to do a different sort of zigzag stitch. And let's go. Oh, it's a bit stuck. I think this is a bit thick there, but it's fine. We just push it through. Come on. It doesn't want to. I'm just going to lift it a little bit. Let's see if it will go through now. No, it's sewing in one space. There we go. Just a bit. Haha. Gotcha. There we go. Needle up. Right. This one, let's see. I'm just going to do, maybe I'll do a very wide zigzag on this one. Yeah, let's see how that goes. There's a very wide zigzag. Oh, that didn't sound too good. Did I break my needle? I don't think so. I think it just hits a hard piece there. Next piece. Okay, so I know this one's got silver on it, but I'll just add to the character. Changing my settings. It's all crumpling there. Okay, I want to change the stitch halfway through just to make some interest. Straight stitch. There's the needle. Let's go back to a zigzag. And zigzag along there. I'm going back for a straight stitch. Let's go back to this funky zigzag that I started with. Oh, again, got stuck on a hard piece there. Okay, I think I'm happy with this piece. Oh, I'm stuck on my own ring here. There we go. I'm stuck. Okay, now this one. So I think what I want to do, I want to have a bit of interest on this. Okay. What to do? Is this really stuck down too much? I'm just going to lift this piece off. I'll redo that on just now. Let's go very wide zigzag just to catch everything. Of course, my pressure foot's all the way by the window now. Sorry guys, I have to get the pressure foot back. Back stitch. It's getting stuck again. Hand. Back stitch. Back stitch. Okay. Get that off. Then where's that little piece gone now? I threw it somewhere, guys. I'm sure you can see it. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm going to stick that back on there. And I think, what am I going to do? I'm going to do a straight stitch and give it some character with other stitches. The needle. Let's do funky stitch. Let's do that one. Why not? Let's see what happens. Last turn just to kind of stitch over, stitch, happy. Let go of each other. Okay, this one I'm just going to carry on with whatever stitches on here. This one might hit that flower, but let's see. Let's go again for this very wide stitch. Let's start from the side. I really think I've broken the needle. No, something's happening. Bobbin's not working. Nope. Oh dear, time to troubleshoot. Something's gotten stuck in there. I think, let's put it gently. Some people might be freaking out right now. Sorry guys. Yeah, we definitely got a double threading happening somewhere. Okay. Let me troubleshoot this. Okay, I seem to have fixed that. I'm just going to go over again where it was. It's not liking going backwards for some reason today. There definitely seems to be a bit of a problem going on here. It's not very happy. I don't know if you can hear. Yeah. I don't know. What have I done? Doesn't look like the thread's even in the needle. That's a bit odd. Oh, sorry guys. I don't know what's happening today. Sewing machine's not very happy. The whole point of the project was to use sewing machine today. I just want to rethread the needle. Oh well, we're all human. Things happen. Okay, let's see. Let's hope third time lucky. It's really not happy, guys. Yep. This time the needle has broken. Okay, needle changed. Let's try this again. I'm leaving all of these pieces of thread on there as well. Okay, please work, please work, please work. It seems to be better. Yeah. Maybe a new needle is all it needed. Thank goodness. Saved the day. Okay, last one. My last little piece here. Again, I think I'm going to do a nice big stitch over that. Sometimes I think about my high school home economics teacher and think, oh my gosh, if she was seeing this, would she cringe that I'm sewing paper and probably not sewing straight? And yeah, who knows? I didn't do home economics for too long though. I only did it for my first years of high school. Okay, those are all done. Switch off the extra lights. Unplug. Okay, that's now out of the way. Alright, let's see what we have. So this was the piece which was really giving me hassles. Well, gave myself hassles with not replacing the needle. And I've kind of left all of these threads on there because maybe it will look interesting. I can always cut them off at a later stage if I want to. So that sewing just does give it a little bit extra, doesn't it? Okay. Here's another one. You see, I've even carried on with the stitching onto the cardboard itself because paper and cardboard, because it just, you know, it looks pretty. I like it. Very cool. This one, I think when it's stuck down, you know, when we put the tab on, I definitely just run a bit of glue on there just to make sure that it doesn't move around. Simple and sweet. And like I said, as you want to, you kind of decorate as you need. That one's very cool. I think this one's very Scottish. I'm loving it. Very simple, very plain. Left some space here to be able to tuck things underneath if you want to. Here's another little one. Oh, they're looking so cute, man. I'm super impressed. Happy. So yeah, so let's just take this for example. Yes, I know. I said I'd get onto this project. See what I mean? That's really cute. I wanted to put one up at the top. Nah, I like them. I'm pretty chuffed. They can go into the box of completed ones. Semi-completed ones. You'll see I haven't even inked the edges yet because again, depending on which project I'd use them on would determine which color I'd ink them in, what else I'd add on. Let's have a look see in this tubby. I did go ahead and do that last time where you saw that video. I've added on to there. Oh, they came out so cute. Like maybe like this one. This one's very plain, right? So I would definitely want a piece which came off on this side a little bit. Let's see how this one would look. It almost looks like a little house now. It's quite sweet. I think I actually like that. I might even do that. What do you guys think? Not that I can hear you, but even that side looks pretty cool. But then we're cutting off a lot of this little housey at the back there, and for me it tells me a story, this little piece, that this couple lived in this house for all of their lives and brought up their family here, and yeah. It's got a bit of a spooky element to it too. If I put it over, it's going to cover his face a little bit. I think that actually could work. It looks quite cute. I'm going to do it. Let's do it. Alrighty. So this is inked with black and brown. So first I'll just go in with my brown. Okay. Doesn't kind of match up yet. Yeah, I'm actually happy with that. I'm not even going to do the black. I'm happy. Alrighty. And it's hangy bits. I'm not too worried. B6000. Oh, it's a bit tight in there. Come on. It's got that glue smudge in there, so it's being a bit difficult to open. There we go. Glue boogers. So what I like to do first is just put a line of glue just on the back piece. Oh, let's throw that all over the table. And then kind of anchor that down first. Then reposition. I want that there. Slide it over just a bit. There we go. Give that a bit of a mush down. Make sure it's kind of straightish. Oh, now I've made it skew. Things not going the way I want them to. Okay, there we go. It's got a bit of a tack going on the back now. Okay, then I open up the little tag and then I go ahead and put the rest of the glue down on the inside. You only really need glue on the one side of the tab, but I just go in can do a bit extra. Why not? Then I know it's not going to go anywhere once it's dry. Move the threads out the way a little bit. Oh, that's so cute, man. I'm quite happy. Just want to line this tab up a bit, because remember, I didn't quite cut them, fold them very straight. Give it a bit of a hold. Yeah, I think I like that, even with this little threads hanging down. Just trying to line them up because I can see a bit of that Checkers Man bag hanging out there, but I can always just pinch it and squish it in different ways to get it to come right. Okay, I think it does need a little bit of hardware. So do we want to put a brad on there? Do we want to put an eyelet? What color eyelets? There's so many different things to think about. Maybe we'll go for a brad. But now to find one, that might be a bit of a challenge. Let's see what we got here. Big box of brads. These are very goldy color, so I'm not too sure if I really like that. Actually learned a trick from Natasa the other day at Treasure Books. She kind of made her own brads, which was very cool. I'll try and find the link for that and add it below on how to make your own brads. I'm just seeing what else is in here which is interesting, that I could maybe turn that very gold one into something pretty and unique. Let's check in the bottom of this box. Double compartment. I'm going to keep with the black and purple kind of thing. That's an interesting button. Let's see what that does. Not make it too chunky. I think I'm overthinking again. Let's try and just go back to being simple. Let's give that a good close. Get that out the way. Okay. I was thinking, I found this very cool button. It kind of goes with the colors going on there. Oh my gosh, listen to those boys screaming. Like I said, at least I've got a home where it's noisy and it's not dead quiet, and it's a home. It's definitely a home. You know, growing up as an only child, I always wanted a really big family. I do have lots of stepsisters. Shout out to my stepsisters. Yeah, but to have a nice big family is such a blessing. I'm just going to let that sit for a little bit. Find my pokey tool. Pokey tool. Okay, pokey tool. I'm going to eyeball for the middle here. I do kind of want that button sticking a bit up over the tab. There we go. Hopefully that hole will be big enough for the little legs to go through. It might need to be bigger, but I'm sure the brad will stretch it out. My sewing goodies back in there, so I can't really see the the needle of my sewing machine, so I use these two tools as a cheat hack to get my cotton through the eye of the needle. Again, I wonder what my home economics teacher would say about that, but you do what you got to do, and I'm no longer in school, so yeah. This is still a bit wet, but I do want to get it in there in the meantime. Ooh, in fact, while I've got it wet still, I want to just turn those little legs the other way. Give that a bit of a push through. Oh, it's very chunky now. Maybe this wasn't the right button to use. It's made it very chunky. But it looks pretty. I'm pretty happy with that. You'll see it, the chunk there. I don't know if you can see it. It's quite wide with this button on there. But it looks great, I think. And this could definitely go like on a journal cover. Let me find the purple one that I'm busy with. Well, that I haven't done much with. Pretty. As a journal cover, it would be awesome. At least then it's on the outside and it doesn't worry too much. Or maybe you could have it like in a pocket. Let me see if there's a pocket somewhere. I'm sure I made pockets in this one. Oh, that's a fold out one. Here's a pocket. This one is a bit flimsy. I should have used maybe stronger paper for that. See what I mean? It can kind of slip into a pocket, stick out a bit. Okay, I'm really battling with this. There we go. Something like that, you know, it just pops out a little bit, which won't get in the way. Because also, again, if it's on a cover and you're wanting to write, you know, you're going to have a problem there. Can even have it in like a corner and then make it like a little tuck spot. Oh, it's cute. I'm very happy. I'll leave that to dry. And yeah, how long are we going for already? Yep, an hour. Guys, that's it. Hour is almost done. I just want to say, guys, please, your support means a lot to me, so please share, like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get notifications when my new videos are up. And yeah, thanks so much for being with me today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.